Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID-19. Students, in the previous module of this chapter 17, we discussed about the directive principles of state policy. Here in this module, we are going to discuss about secularism in India. So let us begin, students. Secularism. According to the Constitution, Indian secularism has two aspects. One is that every citizen of India is free to believe in and practice any religion of her or his own choice. Means nobody can control anybody, force anybody to follow any particular religion. It also implies that every religious group has freedom to manage its own affairs and government will not interfere in religious matter of any religion. The second aspect is that the state will not discriminate against any group or individual on the basis of religion in the society. It means that our constitution observes strict impartiality. Impartiality means not taking favor of any religion. Government is not taking favor of any religion toward all religions and does not propagate any religion, means not favoring any religion. All the religions are equal before government and government is not going to favor any particular religion. That means no religion for government of India. This impartial attitude of being secular has been guaranteed in several ways, various places in the constitution. For example, the preamble itself had assured liberty of belief, faith and worship. In the preamble, which we know that it is giving the ideals of constitution which has to be followed in the constitution. Here liberty of belief, faith and worship is given. Similarly, the provision that establish secularism are also there in the fundamental rights, that freedom to religion, right to freedom of religion, equality before law, equal opportunity to secure a job without discrimination on ground of religion. Means on the basis of religion government is not going to favor any particular religion, and the freedom of religion and worship are ample guarantees of secularism. As in our country, according to the constitution, the freedom of religion and worship has been given, that gives guarantee of secularism. Secularism means having no religion, giving equal importance to all the religion. Beside this, right to freedom of religion allows full freedom to all the citizens as well as aliens, aliens you can say, in their religious matters. So whatever different religions are there, they are free to profess, propagate their own particular religion to encourage the people. Whatever the particular religious community is doing, government is not interfering at all. They can worship the way they like. Nobody can force anybody that in what way the person should worship in a particular religion. It is personal choice of the person whether to pray, worship or not, belonging to whichever religion. So that is all given free to the individual. But without interfering with the religious belief and way of worship of others means anybody can means all the people can worship in their own way in any of the religion. There is no restrictions that you are following that particular religion so you have to worship in that particular way. That kind of restrictions are not there in our country, and this freedom is not available in any other country in the same way as we are having in our country. Significance of this secularism. The concept of secularism is based on equal treatment to all the religions. Secularism is not merely desirable but essential for the healthy existence of pluralist society such as our, where number of religions are there in the society, and in such society where number of religious people are there, secularism is essential part of society, essential part of administration, so that no kind of discrimination can take place on ground of religion. Indian secularism is related to constitutional values of liberty, equality, justice, and fraternity. In this secularism concept, we also follow the values of liberty. People are given liberty of choosing the religion of their own choice. They have been given the way of worship of their own choice. Equality is there. On ground of religion, there is no discrimination. Justice is done as a secularism that government is not favoring any particular religion, and fraternity as there is no favor taken from the government side. That way all the religions are equal before the law, and that way they live together without any kind of discrimination, without leg pulling, we can say. Now secularism is important for India for the following reasons. As secularism enables people of different religions to live in harmony with other faiths. As our country follows secularism, and that way giving equal importance, equal respect to all the religions, that brings harmony in the society and people live together peacefully. It is a part of democracy which grants equal right, and as all the religion has been given equal rights, equal importance, that way it is part of democracy also, because in a democracy all are given equal rights. It protects the rights given to the minorities. Of course, there are some religions in minority, their numbers are less in the society, and here protective discrimination is done from the government side for protecting these minorities so that the majority cannot harm their interest. It safeguards democracy by limiting the power of majority, and because of this protective discrimination from government side, it limits the power of majority, and that way they cannot harm the minority. Do you know, students, in spite of so many provisions already existing in the constitution, The word secular was introduced in the preamble in 1976 by the 42nd Amendment. Amendment, you know that whatever the changes are done in the constitution, and amendment generally used for the positive change. The purpose behind adding this word in the preamble was mainly to reiterate or repeat the concept that secularism was a part of the basic ideology of India. The inclusion simply emphasizes that India does not have any state religion, and because of this introduction of this secularism, it is very clear that India has no religion. State has means the country has no religion. Country or the different states also, you can say that no states has no religion. All the states are following the principle of secularism, as secularism is the principle of our country. Now, Indian secularism. Many a times, the government does not strictly follow the policy of non-interference with the religious matters and practices. As students in the previous slide, I discussed with you that government follow the principle of protective discrimination. Policy of protective discrimination means sometime government interfere in the religious matters of different religions. To respect the sentiments of all religions, the government sometimes makes certain exceptions for particular community. For example, if we take the wearing and carrying of kripan is included in Sikh religion. So they are allowed to keep a kripan. Kripan, you know, students, if you will carry a knife kind of thing, a sword kind of thing, you will be caught by the police and you will be sent to jail also, or charge some fine also. But as the Sikh religion requires such things, so they have been given this liberty. They have been allowed to keep a kripan with them as a religious symbol. Similarly, the wearing of pagadi by Sikh is again a religious symbol. So the Sikhs are allowed to wear pagadi in school, as all other students cannot wear pagadi in schools. Only the Sikh religion children can wear that pagadi. Or any other institution, the different offices, different institutions are there. Even you know, students, that private institutions are very strictly following that personality maintenance, and there also that Sikh religion, this symbol pagadi is allowed to have. The intervention of state in the religious and social practices of particular religion may be aimed at eradicating certain social evils which are stigma in the name of the present civilized society. Stigma refers to something bad concept. It is having a bad concept. In Hindi we say that kalank or lanchan. So government is intervening in some religious matters and the social practices of a particular religion. For example, the practice of untouchability by so-called upper caste toward the low caste has been abolished because it is based on discrimination and violate the fundamental rights. As it was followed by the Hindu religion, so-called upper caste for the lower caste people, as it was harming a fundamental right to equality, that has been abolished by the government intervention. Similarly, personal laws based on religion can also be amended through the state intervention if they go against principle of liberty, equality, justice, which is ideals of our constitution. For example, right of inheritance in some communities has been amended. As earlier, right of inheritance was given only to a male child in the family earlier in the Hindu religion, but afterward it was changed. And now girl and means male or female, both the childs are having right of inheritance, means पैतृक संपत्ति का अधिकार. So that right is there for both the males and females. So such intervention which are required for positive change in the society that are done by the government. Although the state funding to religious institution is not permissible, the state can give financial aid on preferential basis to some of the religious communities for their welfare and upliftment. Means the state funding to the religious institution is not permissible. Means whatever different religious institutions are there, like madrasa, mutts are there, so that religious institutions are not given any kind of aid from the government side, but the state can give some financial support aid to the community, to the religious institution for welfare and upliftment of that community, that institution. So some special grant can be provided to them. So this was all about secularism and Indian secularism in your text. So I hope students you understood. Revise these topics in your textbook and try to understand. We'll meet in the next module with some more topic. Till then, bye bye all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day.